Hey everyone, it's Kei'Renee. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. This video is not going to have anything to do with business, but it's going to have to do with something that is affecting a lot of things that are going on right now in the world. We're seeing a lot of protesting. We're seeing a lot of negative news. We're just seeing a lot of destructive things. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to take a moment to actually have a conversation with my therapist, Marta Castillo. I wanted to bring her on because this has been my therapist for about a year now. And I just know right now we all need some type of self-therapy. And I just thought it would be very beneficial to just have a conversation with her about what we can be doing as far as mental self-care at home while we're, locked away in these houses and stuff. So Marta Castillo is a marriage, family, and child therapist here in Los Angeles County. So Martha, thank you so much for
thank you
talking to me. I know we haven't even got to have an in-session meeting in since this COVID stuff started.
Yeah, like 3 months.
You've been checking on me every week anyway.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me over to help you with, or to help, as much as I can on the mental health during pandemic. And that's the subject that you wanted to touch today. Mm-hmm. Okay. Our social life has come into a halt, social distancing is suddenly the word that we now hear every day. Fear and uncertainty and rampart and anxiety thrives on everyone, and it's unknown. So however, our changing world has, it's ensures that there's a new set of rules, limitations and changes that we were not aware that we were ever have to face. And staying positive is very difficult right now because every day is something new. Now we have the pandemic, now we have riots. We have still a lot of violence out there that have nothing to do with the pandemic, but together now it's very difficult to stay positive. So one of the things that I try to tell my clients, and when I talk to you, we talk we haven't talked for 3 months, one-on-one, like you said. One of the things that I said to my client when they call me or I talk to them because they are anxious and nervous and stressed out is to stay focused on what we can control. And because fear and depression can make us feel powerless. And that's how a lot of people are feeling right now. They feel powerless. Our own anxiety and our own brain can conspire against us. And we have to limit, one of the things that I say, let's limit the media intake, okay? Because the media, we're listening and it makes us more anxious than we want to be, that we need to be. So we have to invest in our uplifting ourselves, which is hard for, it's easy for me to say because I'm telling you to do it. Uplifting to people in the media that are lifting us. That's one of the things. Activities that we can encourage, and try to not let the pandemic and the riots and all that increase our stress and our anxiety, because this can actually hurt our immune system and our defenses will be low and we can get sick. So we have to invest in ourselves, okay? So that's one of the things. So if you have any question, let me know right now.
Yeah, so I was going to say, you had said that we need to be practicing and doing activities that will help to eliminate some of the stress and anxiety. So
yes,
just explain maybe particularly what that means and what type of activity that we could be doing at home that can kind of help us to eliminate those.
Mm-hmm. So we need to create a sense of normalcy in our routine, in our daily routine. We had a daily routine that's been interrupted now. So this is the opportunity to start a new one, to start a daily routine. Take a moment each day to focus on the big picture. Allow yourself and your loved ones to have their own emotional process. Because, not just you, but the family, our friends. Set boundaries and take space within your own home. Take your own time. limit the exposure to the news and the topic of the virus. Avoid social media information that will declutter your mind, declutter your home. This is the time. Things that we haven't done for a long time. Empty out a drawer, your junk drawer. We all have one. Practice self-care, daily care. For instance, for us women, our face. Every day I wash my face. I wipe my face. We have to practice self-care. One of the things that I know is difficult, not everyone can do, is meditation. But there's a lot of apps and a lot of things in the internet that we can use. Exercise. This is recommended that we walk now because of when we wear the mask, we got the oxygen and all that negative things that they're saying about the mask, which is true. It's very difficult. And we have to work with a mask on. So we have to walk and exercise so our lungs can stay healthy. Otherwise, we'll be sick, okay? Another thing is we can engage in a hobby. Not everybody can have a hobby, but something new that we can do. Some people like to read, but maybe some people don't like to read. Maybe we can start reading.
Yeah.
We can do craft. We can do community service. We can cook. I think a lot of us have been doing extra cooking in the last 3 months. Humor. Watch TV that has humor in it. Don't forget to laugh. Okay, those are the things that we haven't done now for the last 3 months. Okay, as far as the children are concerned, I have a couple of clients that have small kids, and they have set up craft corners in their houses so they can have craft with the kids. I have another client that's been dancing with her kids every day. They've been putting music, which is very therapeutic. Lit up a candle if you don't, if you want to. Have some sort of, like if you want to have incense, like I have incense all the time, create a peaceful atmosphere in your home. And that will help us with our stress and our anxiety. Yeah. And again, for the kids, it's sort of difficult because now they're home and the parents are not used to having the children at home. And as a matter of fact, here where I live, I didn't know there were so many kids between the two buildings that I live here. And now I hear them. I have no idea there were so many kids between my building and the building next to ours. So I hear the kids talking, and it's so, it's so nice to hear them talking. But I hear the adults, so they're not used to having the kids at home. So they have to be creative as far as what can do. They can do. I had a big puzzle, and I took it to the kid upstairs because I'm not doing anything with it. So I took it to him, and he loved it. It's a huge puzzle. So puzzles and craft and singing and music, and those are the things that we can do with our kids, and try to keep them away from the TV and all the information that's being given to us daily about the pandemic, about the riots, about the killing, about all of that will add stress to the children as well. And this is also the opportunity, depending on the age of the child, to also educate them on what's going on right now. Educating about pandemic, educating to be ready for the future. These kids, we don't know in the future they're going to be faced with something similar to this again. So this is the opportunity to teach them and to educate them and to sit down with them and to read books with them and to inform them about the family and the family, let's say the family tree, tell them his stories about the family, about what they did as children, connect them with other family members, connect with friends, connect with neighbors. We connected with a neighbor that I didn't know. She's a social worker, lives right upstairs from me. I had no idea. So we connected the other day, which is fabulous. I did not know. And she lives there now for a couple of years now. I didn't know she was a social worker. So this is the opportunity to do things that we've never done before, to explore a lot of ourselves, to try to educate ourselves more. You understand? To look at things in a way that we didn't look at them before. And that will take a lot of the stress away from us, because we're so focused every day on what's happening right now, you know? So eventually, hopefully it will go away. But for now, again, we have to take care of ourselves, okay? Personally, ourselves, so we won't get sick, so we won't get anybody sick. You understand? So far, this is the things that I say to my clients when I talk to them. Okay. Anything else you want to ask me?
Well, yeah. Well, no, I mean, I think like you hit everything on the head, like, you know, and I think like of course, I probably because I've heard you say it so many times, but the most important thing that I think the takeaway from this is to focus on the things that you can control right now.
Yes. Yes.
And just when you are feeling, you know, stressed or, you know, anxious about things that are going on, just take 10 minutes to go and focus on a project or do something that's in your control, like cleaning your house up or, you know, going on a walk around the neighborhood or, you know, like
go outside and breathe, you know, breathe, you know,
Yeah. How would they be able to reach out to you if they're interested in just learning more about like your services and potentially getting some services through you right now in LA?
Okay, so the way to reach out to me is through my agency. Okay, so that's the way that it will be. I can give you the number.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, it's to our agency. They have to call and make an appointment. Okay, with the office manager. Her name is Luisa Welch. The number for the office in our main office is 818-365-7774. Okay. It's 818-365-7774.
So thank you so much, Marta, for coming on and sharing the information.
You are welcome.
Anyone who is watching right now, if you are, you know, struggling with anything mentally, or, you know, you're just trying to figure out how to cope during this time and how to keep yourself sane, be sure to take heed to some of the, you know, activities that Marta gave you guys during this call. Focus on the things that you guys can control, and we can all get through this together. We're all in it together. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll have more information in the comment section on where you guys can go to reach out to Marta's agency if you are looking to get some help from a professional. Okay, have a great day. I'm Kei'Renee, and thank you guys so much for tuning in.